Hey everyone. So I started Kentucky Route Zero just the other day on a Monday, and I would like to play through a little bit more of it. I've added a little spoopy filter to my face because I think it's appropriate for this game. And yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm just gonna do a little bit of sound correction here. Let's transition that over. Okay, let's play some Kentucky Route Zero. Okay, so previously, we started Kentucky Route Zero, and you are playing as Conrad, and you have a dog named Blue. And you can basically move around the map, and it has a bunch of different things you can investigate. This is very kind of, I feel like it's steeped in a bit of American folklore and American folk. The UI elements are really, really pretty, and kind of just emphasizes that every time you click, you get like a horseshoe that like spins around before you get there. There's a lot of things to love about this. The map is gorgeous, in my opinion, and it really kind of focuses in on the open road and like journeying. So this isn't a game that you would, I guess, well, this isn't a city experience, right? So this is a rural experience, a rural sort of game. And it gets more and more surreal as we go. Let me just pause for a second so I can grab my phone so I can see if anyone is in chat. For some reason, Kentucky Route Zero doesn't quite let me minimize it. If I knew how, I would. But let me see if there's like settings, options maybe? That might help. Video. Video sync. Interesting, interesting. 920 by 1080, da 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 da. Ooh. That's real crunchy. That's not exactly what we want. Do 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 do. Or maybe that is what we want. The classic look of Kentucky Route Zero. Nah, let's do modern. Remember controls. No gamepad. Show controls. Okie dokie. Forget. Da 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 da. Okay. What's in Farah? Oh, okay. I got that. Okie doke. How about I just do creator dashboard, and maybe I can just play with part of the screen. Oh, Kentucky Route Zero, why won't you minimize? Actually, yeah. Let me grab my phone so I don't miss anyone in case you... Hello, hello. Yay, now I have my chat up so I can see if anyone joins in. Cool, cool. Oh, see, there you go. I do have 3 viewers. Well, well, well. Hello. Hello, hello, everyone. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Done messing with that. Wow, I get a spotlight. That's pretty neat. Maybe. Maybe I can mess with this filter just a little bit more. Make me a little less opaque. Would be cool. Cool, 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 cool. Let's see, brightness. Brightness, do I want a little bit bright? Yeah, I think so. Cool, cool. Alright, let's get back to the game. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Interstate 65. So you can't get on the interstate. Oh wait, let's try to take some of these little side winding roads. Ba ba da ba ba ba. Ooh, what's that? Barren River Wreck. The exterior of the Barren River Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is a dingy beige sprinkled with fading graffiti. The front door hangs open from a broken hinge. The windows are dark. How about look in through a window? Conway looks in in a window. The windows are too dirty to see anything inside but a few dim shapes. Furniture, maybe. Or livestock? Enter. The room feels empty with no furniture other than the built-in front desk, host to a disconnected telephone, and a few empty beer cans. Meandering lines of color have been spray painted along the walls. Behind the desk, a hallway leads into darkness. Pick up the telephone. Conway lifts the telephone receiver to his ear. There's no dial tone. The phone is disconnected. Listen closer. With the phone pressed close to his ear, Conway can hear a thin, quiet roar, like the ocean or the highway. Let's enter the hallway. Conway steps into the hallway. The hallway passes several smaller offices. It quickly disappears into darkness. Something is glowing in the distance. Barely. Conway tries a few office doors. One of the office doors is still locked. Another has been broken open. The door handle bent awkwardly inwards and embedded in the wood, but it's jammed against a filing cabinet. On a closer inspection through the crack in the door, the whole room is filled with filing cabinets and other disused furniture. The hallway passes several smaller office doors. It quickly disappears into darkness. Something is glowing in the distance. Barely. Let's walk to the end of the hallway. Conway walks to the dark end of the hall. The door at the far end of the hallway is tightly closed, but with the warm glow bleeding from its edges. Let's open the door. The handle is loose, and the door swings open easily. The hallway fills with warmth and light and the smells of smoke and coffee. About a dozen men and women sit around a campfire in the middle of a large room. Cubicle walls have been cut into pieces, some leaning up against the walls, and some arranged into stacks of firewood. One of the women waves to Conway and offers him an empty chair. It's missing wheels, but it's comfortable and easily adjustable to his height. Someone takes a pot hung above the fire and pours coffee into a styrofoam cup. Conway accepts it. And they all return to watching the fire. On-ramp? No, I don't think I'm ready. Factory. A creek runs alongside the highway and then turns into a dirty brick building. A grinding drone from within the building is faintly audible from the interstate. Floodlights on the lawn illuminate smokestacks. At the edge of the building's parking lot, a large sign, partly obscured by trees, reads, Artificial Limb Factory. The Artificial Limb Factory, Artificial Limb Factory. Ooh, let's visit the guitar player. A young man in gray-stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He is playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug. To his right, a weathered dog. Pet the dog! Conway pets the dog. The dog closes its eyes and pretends to be asleep. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. I'm gonna put $1 in his cup. Conway pulls a wrinkled dollar bill from his back pocket and puts it in the young man's cup. The young man stops playing, pulls the wet dollar bill out of his whiskey, and hands it back to Conway. Dang, Conway, what a jerk. You should have checked. Oh, we've been to the bait shop before. I'm gonna explore every inch of this road. 'Cause once you get on Kentucky Route 0, there's no turning back. Is there anything up here? Doesn't look like it. That's the on-ramp, that's the artificial limb factory. What's over here? Anything here? No. Oop, oop. Dragonflies, what's that? I just barely missed it. Dragonflies. The truck jerks towards the shoulder and nearly runs off the road by a swarm of dragonflies. Their wings beat briefly in the headlights and disappear into the night. Oh, can we get up there? Oh? Have I gone up here before? I don't remember. Oh, this is so big. Let's go along 259. Let's go down here. See if there's anything along here. Just stop. Let's go down 88. And, oh, not the bait shop. Had enough of the bait shop from last time. I think I'm good. Let's drive away. Alright. Let's get on that ramp. To the right of the artificial limb factory. Elkhorn Valley. Let's talk to Blue. Conway brushes some dirt off of Blue's hat. How's it going, Blue? Or take it easy, Blue? Let's say, how's it going, Blue? Not sure that lady was right about the on-ramp to 0 beginning here. You got something in your hat. Been digging in Lisette's flowers again? She just can't keep you out of there, can she? The way Ira used to yell at you, you'd think he was losing his mind. Blue, blue, blue. Conway takes a minute to think. Let's explore, Conway. This doesn't look like the entrance, but it is. Act 1, Scene 4. Elkhorn Mine. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. It's $200 for 2 weeks. That's true. Just... never mind. I have to go, sorry. Just one sec. Just wanted to check that our audio was a-okay. Seems we are, so we are going to continue. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on. I'm looking for the on-ramp to... Do you believe in ghosts? Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. What about a person? Can a person be haunted? Sure, I guess a person could be haunted. What haunts you? Bad decisions, I guess. Wasted youth. Well, look. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lysette's Antiquities, and I'm out trying to finish this job. You're making a delivery to mine? Oh, no. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember seeing the address before. Now, I heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady, name of Weaver Marquez, and she sent me this way, and so here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like so far anyway with... What? The Zero. Is it around here? I've never heard of the damned Zero. That doesn't sound like a real highway. But I know Weaver, and I've known her all my life. She was like my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck, and there was crushed metal everywhere, and we'd be hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying, and then my dad walked in the door, Just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metals of fashion into wind chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't a lie. At that time, I thought she meant it as a riddle or a puzzle. But Weaver's not a puzzle, she's a mystery. So, maybe the zero is down here somewhere? Maybe it is. Well, I won't mind the company. I've got business down there myself. I talked to Weaver earlier this morning, too, or anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I'd been looking for. What are you looking for? I'm not exactly sure. I have a few ideas. I'll know it when I see it. It's not such a bad thing, you showing up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're gonna go down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, we've got to keep our bearings, and I don't want to get turned around. I've got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead, do some analysis, and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Topology, okay. Topology, that's the science of continuous space, my friend. This way, this twisty maze of passages fits together. No work tomorrow is what it says on the sign. Let's follow her into the mine. PA. That runs into the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works? The little light on the front of it is off. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even when this mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and the lights. Yeah, they got paid in shitty plastic tokens, coal, scorp, you know. And if you want to run fans for a bit to clean up the air, well, you have to put a token in it. My parents used to work here, and so did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents used to work here. Can we power it up? I bet we just have to free up some power for the PA systems. Everything's rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours, and I'll go and plug these ceiling lamp lights. I heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on now, right? Try saying something into the mouthpiece. Well... Okay, I hear you. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just, make some noises into the mouthpiece. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them ruptured or joined up with a cave system. Alright. I set up my spectrum analyzer, so just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy, just say anything that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something, or, what did you have for breakfast today? Here's a story. I used to work, doing roof repairs. My boss got a real big job out in Louisville. It seems like a big project, but doable. But then, a thunderstorm hit, and it was too late anyhow. Got it. Looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. One more test. We just need to know if the air is breathable or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax and breathe normally. Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape, but keep at it for a minute. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulf him. Act 1, Scene 5. Elkhorn Mine. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg's stuck. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. Here, let's get you to the tram. There you go. Now let's just see if this thing has power. Oh, okay. There's some luck, right? You should be able to ride this tram right out of the auxiliary exits, if there are any. I think there are. What about Weaver? We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So, the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. So we just saw a thing for a turntable, but I'm gonna try to keep going. Don't like it. I don't like mines. I don't like dark, closed spaces. So we've reached the exit. there is an exit that we can go to. I'm curious now to go investigate that turntable that we passed earlier. Let's just slowly head back down. Turntable. What's that turntable? Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself, but this whole branch was underwater. Last I heard. How did that happen? Some careless miner or some unattended machine bored through into an underground lake. Water came up pretty fast, and a lot of folks got trapped in the tunnels. I heard only parts of how it went from there. Sanitized for the bereaved. You know how big these companies are. Well, there was gossip too. The trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off. But even then it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they... You lost some people down here, didn't you? We all lost people down here, well, not all of us, but most of us. It doesn't matter now. Look, this old turntable is still wired up, and the controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks if water hasn't damaged it too much. Or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging up around the turntable is from the company store too. Just junk, you know. Miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place. Or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which way it was. Down here, it's also dim and gray. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so... The pendulum and the casket. Oof, y'all. It'd be real spoopy in this mine. Okay. Can we click on anything? Found a tape player. A dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the track, loaded with tape, but starved for power. What is this? Dead end? Dead end. Let's turn it around. A lot of incredible just sound in this game, and it's almost meditative in a way. Like, for me, I could just play in this like mine all day long, and then I Like just to hear the drone. Like this too, you can hear like just a really, really nice crackle of something electric. It's just calming. It's like very, very calming, although it's very like terrifying. We're on the track between the pendulum and the casket, so the animal bones and the rowboat. Let's do the animal bones and the rowboat. Oh wait, or is that where we just came from? No, I don't think so. Okay. Let's just keep going. So I don't think we've explored this one yet. Could be wrong. If it starts... Let's see. If we get towards the exit, then I'll turn back again and try to go down that other way. Okay, weird. So I'm pretty sure, like, I'm fairly certain that Shannon... I thought Shannon was dead? Or I thought Shannon was supposed to be at the bait shop. Okay, so that is the exit. I don't quite remember... I was back in the tunnel. Should I go explore it? Nah, that's okay. There's more fun stuff to explore. Let's exit. Thank God, okay. Oh, interesting. They even, like, stop you to say, like, let's poke around more. Alright, let's poke around more a bit. It? No, this is it. Turntable. Do. Which way? So we went to the pendulum and the casket. A bat feeder and the scarecrow. Yeah, let's do bat feeder and the scarecrow. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go down this way. So I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's a slight bit of detail that I've never noticed before. When you go like over the tracks, there's like just a slight white. That's really, really smooth. I did not notice that UI element before. The tracks are all messed up here. This tram isn't going any further. I wonder what's down this tunnel. I wonder what's down that tunnel too. I don't remember heading back down that road. Like once you let me try going past the turntable. I don't know if it does anything. There's a bunch of bells. Oh, interesting. Okay, dead end. Do you hear that kind of a muffled rumbling? Maybe we're near water. Could be. There was a underground lake here. Okay, so that's maybe what we had to do. We had to like go turn and then we had to go in both directions. It's nice too, because like if you're not quite up at the turntable, like it'll pull you up and then turn you. Oh, interesting. So if we go back to the animal bones and the rowboat, we just straighten ourselves out, but what if we go to the pendulum and the casket from where we are here? Interesting. So you can slightly actually see that you're going down different tunnels. Let's go down this way. So that bottle. Cool, these silhouettes are really helping. So the bottle is where we came from. And now this is another tunnel. Let's go a bit further than the place where we stopped before. Ooh, what the heck is this? Ooh. A stage. What the hell? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember going here before. Damn, it's almost totally intact. I thought it would have been destroyed. What is this place? It's a recording studio, basically, kind of thrown together, but when this mine was active, a couple of folk music activists spent time here recording miner songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So, they stayed at the margins, observed, took notes, and then sometimes they'd get someone on lunch break to sing into their microphone. Then I guess when the power company got kind of interested in the project and gave the archivists some coal script tokens to pay the miners with for their songs. What do you think the archivists were after? Data, I guess? Comparing intonation, subject matter, diction, you know, all those little details that nobody really thinks about when they listen to music. Yeah. Academics are great at that stuff. Let's get out of here. But I don't want to get out of here. Wait. Wait just a damn second. I'm gonna turn off the light. Interesting. Can I just go through the tunnel without light? Like, is that weird? Is that creepy? Okay, for a second I thought I can't see Shannon anymore. Like, I thought maybe if we turn the light off, we, like, don't actually see Shannon because she's probably dead, I think? I don't know. But we know that your leg is now crushed. Or has been crushed from this cave closing in on both of you. Ooh, it's creepier this way. I don't like it. I'm turning the shit back on. But I want to see if there's anything in the dark. Sounds like people? Oh no, no, I don't like that. Oh. We just. I mean, okay. I've played the tunnel like a few times playing around. I don't think I ever took the chance to go through it without the light on. I have like actual goosebumps right now, um, because we done saw some actual ghosts, and for me as a player, I like noticed them. It's weird. That was really weird and freaky. I have really terrible vision in reality, so like growing up with that, I see faces in shapes, like if I don't have contacts in or if I don't have glasses in or whatever. So I thought I was doing that with the in-game elements and that I was making the silhouettes up into faces and shit. But no, they were actual people, and like I know this is a game, but that really fucking freaked me out. Whoa, holy shit. Um, what was that? Look, there's a tape player down there, one of those reel-to-reel setups. Uh, they'd record up on that old scaffolding we saw, and I guess they'd turn. I guess then they'd sequester themselves down there to listen to the recordings. What happened to the archivists? They got out when the flood came, they left. Oh. I want to see if I can see them for a split second. No, so I can't see them for a split second. That done fucked with me. Ooh, now I kind of like don't want to go through the tunnels without the light on, but I think that's actually part of it. Is like I can't believe that actually caused like a bit of tremor, like a bit of fear in me. Okay, okay. Ooh, now I'm kind of wondering if I should go to the other place too. What if I turn it off here? No, y'all, no. Did you see that? I don't like it. There was another person where this like swinging ukulele was. Why is this so hard right now? Like, I. Okay. It really doesn't help too that like the font for anything that's related to the zero is like all crispy and crackly. Oh, I wonder if I can do that with my. Wonder if I can do that with my video feed really quick. Because I would like to. That would be neat. Oh, we see that it's glitching out because it doesn't really like me doing this while I'm, what? Okay, that makes me smoother. Oh, that's actually kind of closer to what I wanted. Okie doke. Brightness. What if I colored myself orange to kind of match this? Yeah. Much more cool. Ooh. We done it, y'all. We are now in the 0. Okay. Let's push onward. Ugh. Do I dare? Do I dare disconnect the signal generator? And then if I'm here, just hanging out. Alright. Should be like a split second, but if we turn it off. I swear there was someone there. How did I get them to come back? Oh my god. That is... I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. I can't even, like, focus. I'm not even sure, like, did I go... We went to the bat feeder and the scarecrow, right? I guess we should go to the animal bones and the rowboat. Don't freak out. You know, animal bones. It's all good. It's not good. This is getting spooky. Okay. Did you see that? I don't like it. Oh, y'all, I don't want to see people down here. This is fucking terrifying. Oh god. Oh, I don't like it. There's so many more people here than I thought. Fuck me up. This is not okay. Guys, I'm getting the fuck out of this mine right now. Oh. Nope. Don't like it. Let's get out of here. Whew. Okay. Do whatever you need. I'll just wait for you down here. If you wait for me here, I'll just go take another look. Oh god. No. Shannon, don't go down there. That tunnel where the tracks were broken, I'd like to take another look down there. Do whatever you need, I'll just wait for you here. If you wait for me here, I'll just go take another look. Oh, what happens? If you wait for me here, I'll just go take another look. Oh god, am I going down there? Bye, Shannon. Nope. Nope. I don't remember doing this. I don't like it. I'm having like an actual hard time right now. This is fucking terrifying. Cool, she found helmets. Oh, there's Conway. Oh yeah, 'cause your leggy is broken. How are you moving? Slowly. Now you move as slow as old Blue. Conway, why did we come here? Like, why couldn't you just stay on the highway, dude? Ooh. I don't like mines. It was intense. Shack is lined with wooden shelves, dusty stacks of tape reels, and notebooks crowd the room. but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks, a red one labeled J. Marquez, and a green one labeled R. Marquez. And the one blue one is unlabeled. No, the blue one. The notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematical formulas. Oh, there she goes, she's running in. Near the back of the book, what first looked like it might be an esoteric German shorthand is actually a love poem written in anagrams. Let's open the green book. On each page is a delicately rendered cold drawing. Most are portraits of rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a mariner's helmet. She plays along the minecart tracks, collecting pieces of wire. In one drawing, another girl sits nearby, intensely studying a book. Conway opens the red notebook. The pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally, others scribbled vertically into the margins. A few pages are aligned more evenly and divided up into, oh yeah, this place. God, Conway, don't be such a dick. I didn't think you were coming back. Conway is kind of a dick. Like, can we just give a little track record here? You've broken into most places. You've shoved your foot in the door. You've broken glass. You're kind of a mess. You just kind of like go wherever the hell you want to go. But we're gonna try to pick the things that make you less of a jerk. Not that I think it's gonna make a difference, but these notebooks are labeled Marquez. Your parents are the archivists? No, Weaver's parents are the archivists. My parents were miners. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's painful. Oh, I've got some painkillers here that can help you out. I got them from a friend when I sprained a wrist installing a security system. You better let me drive, though. They're pretty strong. Yeah, maybe that's best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. I still need to find the 0, or I guess I should look for another route. I still need to find the 0. Well, it's like I told you, Weaver doesn't lie. If she sent you here to find your on-ramp, this is where you should be looking. Or maybe you just weren't listening closely enough. That's not exactly what she said. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right at Wax, and Piona, in the back of a bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever way you want to head to first, just let me know. Going back to the farmhouse. Oh, blue. Okay. Lysette's Antiques. I guess this is your truck? This is my truck. Blue. Let's talk to Blue. How's it going, Blue? Hurt my leg pretty bad down there. I've got to shuffle like you now. Maybe we can still heal up. Let's get in the truck. Let's get back in the truck. Mines are creepy. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see, does this say anything different? No, so that's the same. I don't think I went all the way up here. Interstate 65. I'm just super curious. I'm just gonna investigate all of this roadway right now. So that was the mine where we saw ghosts. Let's go down here. I'm really just like looking for anything new that's changed on the map because I'm trying to find all those details that I might have missed before. Okay, so interesting. You can't go that way. Like, I think we've explored most of the locations at this point, but ooh, what is this? Wait, was that always like that? I think so, yeah. I'm just like losing it. I wonder what this like. That must be the zero. The little like moving road. I assumed at first that it was like a river or something. Is there supposed to be a lake somewhere here? But I think mayhaps that is the zero. Back to the bait shop? I'm not sure if that's where we're supposed to go. Grayson Spring Road. Wheeler Road. Wax Road. Okay, that's the Wax Road. Yeah, I know, that's the bait shop, but that's not where we're supposed to go, I think. Must be somewhere around here. Cape Hill Road. Cherry Spring Road. What is this? What is this? Is it around here? No. Okay, let's go back up this way. No, I thought we just checked this. French Knob Road. Okay. Maybe let's check our notes once we stop here. I mean, actually, no, I remember now. We're supposed to go to the Marquez farm. And that is... Why don't we visit the gas station? Right, so that's like the road. What's it say about the burning tree now? Are they still burning? Okay. Marquez farm. Oh jeez. I'm really curious, like, let's check out Equus Oils really quick before we go to the farm. Oh. Act 1, Scene 6. Wait, is it Scene 6? Or is it Scene 5? Okay. Whoa! A lot of people here. Oh man, your leg's real busted. Joseph and Stranger. Joseph. That's only a few miles outside of Hagenville anyway. I don't think you can do much better for accessibility, and they got that new gas station if folks get lost. But maybe they should feel lost, Joseph. Just as lost as we are always already lost. Just like Cord utterance, Silas, wandering the road, looking for a home. Well, that's a way to look at it, I guess. Well, hello. I heard that old truck rumble up. How's Blue? Say, maybe you can help this fellow. He's looking for a venue. Is how you say it, right? Interesting. Do I have an old friend, or do I know a furniture warehouse you can probably break into? Let's do friend. I've got an old friend who runs a bar, and they've got a real big stage. No. It can't be indoors. Impossible. But I'm obliged you'd stop a moment to help me work through this. Let me explain my charge. I've dedicated my last 12 years to the design and orchestration of my life's greatest work, a grand, broadly experimental theatrical adaptation of The Death of a Hired Man by Robert Frost. How do you mean experimental? Well, drama is really my second love. My higher calling is pseudoscience. So when's the performance? The event is to be performed tomorrow morning, just before dawn, but in the spirit of tragedy, our venue fell through at the last moment. I've been out all day driving the highways looking for a replacement, eyes fastened to the landscape like a hawk scouring the field. So like a hawk, in fact, that I failed to keep an eye on my gas meter. I'm here waiting for the tow truck to bring in my car, so I can get back to the task. So what kind of venue are you looking for? Somewhere outdoors, somewhere intimate, somewhere tragic. If you have attention to spare on your drive, I'd be grateful. Who's that? It's me! Oh, that sounds like one of the Marquez ladies. Well, I know it's not Ramitos, but she's back out to Knoxville these days, so... Hello, Shannon. How's the economy treating you? My friend is looking for the Zero. Do you know how to get there? Oh yeah, that old delivery driver. What do you think of that guy anyway, just between us? Interesting. His hands shake when he's not using them. Yeah, it happens. Too much nerves or too much drink. Well, it's like I told him. I can't get you folks to the Zero, but I bet you can get there, especially now with the two of you. It's me. Well, here you are. Here I am. Yep. I'm hard at work, as you can see. Now, don't distract me. You like your work? It's better than being in a ditch. Ha. I bet. You always say that. Like a reflex. When people ask me about my work, I always say it's pretty okay. That way I don't have to think about it. Let's see if I can go back down there. Computer. Games. Let's see messages. Okay, so read message 1 again. Alright, so same message as before, nothing's changed. Let's exit the messages. Okay. Alright, I'm convinced. Let's just head back on the road. Oh, you walk so slow. Truck. Every single time you don't choose something in this game, it feels like they're kind of already telling you that you're dead, in a way. Because it's like, very longingly, the way you're talking about these places, you're like, no, I don't want to go, not yet. Which doesn't help to understand what happens later, but I guess I didn't really quite notice that before. How you kind of dread leaving a place and you want to stay there and like linger in it longer. Let's go back to the farmhouse. The ghost farmhouse. So if you remember the last time we played, as we were leaving, this spot in particular had music playing. Oh, you can throw that horseshoe pretty far. Wow, look at that transition. What's wrong, guys? Let's go. Oh, she's helping you. Wow. Wow. Yeah, let's go to the graveyard. Beautiful silhouettes. There's nobody buried here, you know, it's decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something, I don't know. What are the names on the headstones? Nosaki Padilla, I don't know those names. Maybe it's the people who lived here before. I know when they bought this property, it already had a house and everything. Or maybe they have some other symbolic meaning. Now, if you remember, I believe Marquez was also on the gravestone. So, maybe that was her parents, not the sisters? But I can't be sure, actually. Oh, there we go, okay. Oh, and look at that headstone, Marquez. I think, that was for my parents. Now I don't know. What do you mean now you don't know? Let's look at it. Okay, so now it gives you the same info. You still hear that damn owl. Let's go up into the house. Okay. So there's the TV you installed in chapter 1. Can we go down yet? Why am I obsessed with going down? Because I feel like I did do that before, maybe. Shannon, let's talk to Shannon. So this is where she was. Yeah, makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky that's all you owe. My parents were like that, until the company store found a way to get them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans, air purifiers, and for my mom, it was canaries. 2 solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too. A lot of it. All tuition. Rip. Story of my life. How did she pay it off? I don't really give a shit about that. Because I don't think she did. She said she was a mathematician or something. Yeah, she said something esoteric about game design. Something about using math to translate Spanish and English. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight. She seemed really focused on that old TV. Oh, that's something you see every day. That old TV right there? Well, that is a damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it to make rent. Most painful decision I've ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on. I bet Lysetta would never forgive you for letting a specimen like this fall into disrepair. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Look, like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay. I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. It just needs to be recabled a bit. Okay, that oughta... Should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? Hey, that looks dangerous. What you're doing there. Damn, okay. Here. I think the contacts are dirty. Now, don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north, south, and... God, my horses are still hanging out. Did your truck just go down there? I was too focused on the horses eating grass. Oh? We did it! End of Act 1. Whoa. Cool, cool, cool. Limits and demonstrations. Neat. Okay, thanks for watching. We are gonna be back probably Friday night playing this again. The goal is to get through all 5 chapters, so we're replaying the entire game from the beginning. And now we finished Act 1, so now I kinda know maybe it'll take approximately like about 3 to 4 hours a chapter, give or take, something like that. Cool. Well, thank y'all. Don't go into mines. Mines are fucking terrifying. Alright. Bye.